Hello! Jonah was just blowing a bubble. I don't know if that was at the beginning of the video or not, but all good. So Jonah and I were sitting here having dinner tonight and talking about the fact that the next thing that we need to talk about with metric measurement is capacity. We've been doing metric length. Tell him he's not supposed to chew gum in class, okay? So the next thing we need to talk about is metric measurement using capacity. And capacity means how much something holds inside of it. So we were just kind of walking around our kitchen and pulled out some of our measurement tools. And we thought we'd kind of talk to you today about some of the measurement tools that you might have around your house. Tell him to behave. Anyway, some of the measurement tools that you might have around your house, especially if you've got a little baby, might help us with the smallest type of capacity metric measurement. Our metric units in capacity are called liters, and we'll talk about one of the bigger ones here in a second, but the smallest unit, just like when we were talking about millimeters, the smallest metric unit of capacity is called milliliters with an L in there. And you might have some of these around your house when you get sick. Hopefully not very often, and hopefully nobody's sick right now. But we have these little measuring cups for medicine. You might have something like this. Maybe you got at the doctor or pharmacist if you had a prescription liquid medication you needed to take. Sometimes baby medications come with these little droppers. Honestly, I think we have these little ones for our dogs. Yes. I don't think these are human ones, but they measure with milliliters because milliliters are a very small type of metric measurement. Now,
and then you have this one that squeezes.
Right. Now, when I say milliliters are small, that it's a very small amount of liquid, I mean really small. So these cups are tiny, right? Like, look, compared to my mouth. This is itty bitty, right? So think in your head, without peeking at the numbers, how many milliliters do you think one of these little medicine cups holds? I'm going to hide the numbers on you for now. Oh, I cheated. You might have seen that one. See how big it is? Pretty small, right, compared to my hand. How many milliliters do you think that is? Take a guess. I know I can't hear you, but I'm pretending I can hear you. So, I cannot do this with Jonah around. It is 20 milliliters. So 20 is kind of a big number, right? But this tiny little measuring cup holds 20 milliliters. So think how small 1 milliliter must be. It must be really tiny, right? So milliliters are not that big, okay? This itty bitty, this is, like I said, this is for our doggies' medicine when they're sick and they have to take medicine. Our tiny dogs, not Big Nemo. This, all the way open, only holds 3 milliliters.
What?
Okay, so it's not, milliliters are pretty small, okay? So then we went ahead, excuse me, and went to some measuring cups in our house to try and figure out, well, let's not do that one yet. That's the biggest one. The next cup I had in my house is something like this, and this is a very common measuring cup. Some of you might have this exact same one in your house. It's glass. This one, you know, has the cup measurements over here, because here in the United States we usually use cups, right? But flip it around and it also has the metric. Now I know this is hard to see. Jonah, grab me that piece of mail over there. We'll stick it in here so the kids can see the numbers.
Or this towel.
No, get that white thing. So this has the milliliters on this side. Now again, remembering that milliliters are very small. See, now you'll be able to read the numbers. Knowing that milliliters are very small, you can see that filling this measuring cup is 500 milliliters because milliliters are so tiny. So 500, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. 500. Now, in order to compare that to the measurement that we're usually used to hearing, cups, that's about 2 cups. Now think about your measuring cups, you know, maybe the plastic kind with the handle. Those aren't very big, right? So 2 cups is about the same as 500 milliliters. So that lets you know really how small milliliters. Lets you know how small milliliters really are. So then we go from this
got this huge thing
up to my biggest measuring cup that I've got in the house. This one actually holds 4 cups. This is pretty big. Let me kind of hold it in front of me so you can kind of see the size of it. That's big, right? This is not like a coffee cup. This is huge. You gotta chill out. They have to listen to me. So this one,
They
4
can't see
cups. I need to see the cup though. 4 cups is actually 1,000 milliliters. Remember these tiny little ones, milliliters? It would take 1,000 of those to fill this cup. And here's a really cool fact for you. 1,000 milliliters is the same as 1 liter.
What?
Remember we heard about meters?
I never knew that.
We heard about meters. Well, in the metric system, we use liters, and 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters.
Holy cow.
So I'll stop there in showing you kind of these real-life representations of these measurements. And Jonah and I are going to think up some other ways to kind of show you these measurements. We might kind of pour from one to the other. We'll do some colored water so you can see it real good. And then I think I'm going to do a lesson too where I'm typing out the information that you guys can write down too. Okay? So hope that helps. Look around your house. Look at your measuring cups. See if you've got anything that has these mLs or liters on them instead of just the cup measurements that we use all the time. Okay? Bye.